Today, I'd like to read you some TANKA by Ishikawa Takuboku from a book that I've published just today. It's called The Illusions of Self. A TANKA is a 31-syllable poem in Japanese. Think of it as a long haiku. The first one is one he wrote about a time when he was 15 and he left his classroom through a window and went to the park at the old Kozukata Castle, which is the old ruins of the castle in Morioka in Iwate, and sat under a tree. In Japanese, it reads, Kozukata no oshiro no kusa ni nekorobite, sora ni suwareshi, jugo no kokoro. I've given titles to these tanka to make them more clear. This one, which I've just read in Japanese, in English is called In the Ruins of Kozukata Castle. I dozed off in the weeds as the sky seized my 15-year-old heart. Here are two about trains and stations. This one is called The Train. I hear a distant whistle. It lingers in the air before vanishing into woods. This one is called Seeing Off at the Train Station. My wife came with our daughter on her back. I caught sight of her eyebrows through a blanket of snow. This one is called In My Mind's Eye. It's a very famous tanka of his, In My Mind's Eye. I weep for the willows with their tender young leaves on the banks of my river at home. This one is also on the theme of trains. It's called On a Train. I glanced out the window on a rainy night to catch the clock at a station stopped in the woods. And finally, my hometown. I face the mountains speechless. I owe those mountains everything.